Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Odin. I hope you're having a great time. Today we're going to talk about a popular carry hero, Phantom Assassin, and how Yatoro plays this hero. Yatoro is one of the best carry players worldwide, and at the time of making this video, he's ranked 48th of the global leaderboard. He plays as position 1 in Team Tspirit, and as you all know, they have won the TIF 2021, after which they won $18 million. Yatoro's signature heroes are Phantom Assassin, Morphling, Monkey King, and Juggernaut. Today we're going to talk about Phantom Assassin. Phantom Assassin is mechanically a simple hero. This hero only has 4 abilities, 2 of which are passives. Her first ability is called Strifling Dagger. This ability deals a set amount of damage plus a percentage of the hero's base damage. The second ability is called Phantom Strike. This ability enables Phantom Assassin to blink next to a selected target, as well as giving them attack speed and lifesteal for the duration. The third ability is called Blur. This ability is both passive and active. The passive form provides evasion, and the active form provides invisibility to the hero for a set amount of time. While invisible, Phantom Assassin cannot be seen either by a sentry ward or by using dust. The ultimate ability on this hero is called Coup de Grace, which is also passive and deals critical damage. Now let's talk about the laning phase. Phantom Assassin starts the game with a very small HP bar and is very vulnerable to magic nukes. So the worst offlaners and supports against Phantom Assassin are the ones that deal a lot of magical damage. On the other hand, Phantom Assassin has the chance to punish enemy offlaner and supports when they move out of position. So the best supports that can go with Phantom Assassin are the ones that either have a stun or can slow the enemy down. All of this though is very situational and can be different in different games. Like I said before, Phantom Assassin starts the game with a very small HP bar. So it's a great idea to buy some all-stat items that both help with survivability in the beginning part of the game, as well as taking those last hits. Another great item to start the lane with Phantom Assassin is Quelling Blade. It is both a component of the Battle Fury, and it also helps with taking the last hit on the creeps. It's very easy to bully Phantom Assassin in the beginning part of the game, so it's a better idea to just focus on farming the lane and only look for fights when the enemy makes a mistake. Yatoro likes to level up his dagger in the beginning part of the game, which helps him in 2 ways. 1, it helps him take the last hit on creeps that are out of reach, and 2, it helps him escape the enemy by slowing them down. He also levels up his Phantom Strike, which helps him get out of bad situations if something happens, and usually keeps his Blur for when he's level 6 or 7 when the enemy mid laner and the offlaner are not very aggressive. Yatoro has a unique way of playing position 1. When he's about level 6, he tries to join the offlane and help them take the tower. And if there is no tower, then he will help them push the lane as much as they can. This helps Yatoro in 2 ways. 1, it makes space for himself to farm that part of the map, and 2, well, the first timing on Phantom Assassin is when she turns level 6, and by that time, the enemy position 5 is usually under-leveled and is an easy target. The farming pattern for Yatoro starts in his own lane. When he has the necessary items and enough damage, he will start farming the easy camp and the hard camp near his own tower. This also allows Yatoro to come back to the lane and farm those creeps under the tower. And like I said before, Yatoro likes to join the offlane when he's around level 6. By farming that area of the map, he helps his team in many ways. By doing this, he actually denies the gold that could be farmed out of those camps by the enemy team. He will also push the enemy safe lane, which will force the enemy team to come back and defend their tier 2. This is a great help to the team while he's just being passive and farming his own items. When the enemy team starts reacting, he will then TP back top and start pushing the enemy offlane, which will again force them to come back top and defend their offlane towers. This gives Yatoro the upper hand because the enemy team is reacting to Yatoro and Yatoro is not reacting to the enemy team. Now let's talk about the main items that Yatoro uses with Phantom Assassin. The first item is Orb of Corrosion. This item is great early on in the game because it provides better survivability with the HP it provides and also helps with the interactions in the early game by reducing the enemy armor and slowing them down. The second item that is the main farming item on Phantom Assassin is Battle Fury. This is a great item on Phantom Assassin because it provides mana and HP regen as well as some extra damage. The splash from Battle Fury is also very helpful with farming the jungle. The third item that Yatoro buys for Phantom Assassin is usually the BKB. This item is very useful because, like I've said before, Phantom Assassin is very weak against magic damage, and this helps Phantom Assassin survive better in fights that the enemy team is using all their magic. The next item is Desolator. This item has great synergy with Orb of Corrosion because the armor reduction status stacks with Orb of Corrosion. This item also has great scaling throughout the game because the damage stacks with every kill that Phantom Assassin takes. The next item is Monkey King Bar. This item is one of the late game items that Yatoro buys for Phantom Assassin, which is really useful against the enemy carry in the late game because most probably the enemy carry is going to buy Butterfly, and even if not, this item provides extra attack speed and damage as well as some extra magic damage that can be done to the enemy heroes. The next items are usually the Aghanim Scepter and the Aghanim Shard. The Aghanim Scepter is a great item on Phantom Assassin for multiple reasons. 1. The blur ability on Phantom Assassin becomes instant and without any casting animation. The Aghanim Scepter also refreshes all Phantom Assassin's abilities every time she takes a kill. The Aghanim Scepter will also apply a basic dispel that is useful against most debuffs that are applied to the hero. The Aghanim Shard, on the other hand, unlocks a new ability on the hero, Fan of Knives. By using this ability, Phantom Assassin will break the enemy hero and also deal pure damage equal to a percentage of the enemy hero's maximum health. And as for the super late game items, well, it will be the Divine Rapier and the Nullifier. The Nullifier is more of a situational item when the Glimmer Capes and the Ghost Scepters on the enemy heroes start bothering you. The Divine Rapier, on the other hand, is the ultimate carry item that provides great bonus damage. As you've noticed so far, Yatoro is always aware of what is happening on the map. This helps him detect the enemy's next move and to plan on where he's going to farm next. Also, if he's had enough farm, he can then join some fights and snipe some easy targets. Let's talk more about how Yatoro joins fights. For the early game and the mid game, Yatoro tries to stay away from fights as much as possible and only joins if he can take some easy kills. This is a skill that any carry player should have, to be able to guess if they can take a kill if they join the fight or not. This is very important because the position 1 is responsible for the late game, and if they die during the fights in the beginning of the game and in the mid game, then they're going to be late for their items. And for the late game, well, once Phantom Assassin has all the items she needs, there isn't much that can be done. She takes kills almost instantly on most heroes. Well, everybody makes mistakes and Yatoro is no exception. Here are some of the mistakes he made during the games we watched.
Yeah, boy. Hello there. Why are you running?
This is Odin, and I'll be back in the next video.